Welcome you back inside the Huntington Hills Arena in Calgary, Alberta for our second game of the day. Game in the Masters division between the Alberta Havoc and the Manitoba Herd. After this game, we'll take a break and be back at 4:30 local time with our third game of the day. Just getting ready now for the national anthem and the start of this game. And good morning, everybody. My name is George Scott. Our camera person today is Jace Clisdale, helping us out. Thank him for doing that, doing a great job. First time doing a game, the first game, did fabulous, better than I did when we started off. But we're set to go here for this second game. I think we've got everything as it should be. Second of 6 games on our webcast schedule today. As I say, after this game, we'll take a break back at 4:30 local time here in Calgary. We'll have a game between the Montreal Machine and the Calgary Mustangs. Calgary just played a few minutes ago, so they'll get a break. They played their first game this morning at 9 o'clock, so that's why we won't be playing again until 4:30. Then we'll switch to the women's division for a game at 6 o'clock between the BC Selects and the Calgary United, and then a couple of men's A games to finish the day off. The Havoc in the white and the black. Manitoba, the black and the gold. We're underway. Here we go. Alberta will clear it in. Comes to the front of the goal. Picked up there by the Manitoba player. We're going to get our first penalty coming up early in the game. It's going to go to Manitoba. Back to the point, Percy Moe with a shot that went wide of the goal. Moe's going to get in and get his own rebound. Tips it to the blue line, picked up there by Reed. Reed back at the left point, delayed penalty coming up to Manitoba. It's in front, touched up there. And Alberta will go on the power play. Penalty comes with 18:59. So just a minute, 1 second into our opening period. And quickly, power play for Alberta. Donaghy at the point, tried to flip it in front. That was knocked down and cleared away by Jeff Leiter of Manitoba. Now we'll try and get it in over the blue line and set up on the power play. It's dumped in, not touched by anybody. It's going to be offside. Alberta player didn't realize that the delayed offside was being called, went in So the whistle goes, and he's going to pay the price for that as he ran into the boards. It's number 14, Dallas Merkler. Didn't realize the play was offside, kept going. I stand corrected, it was not offside. Saw the referee's hand go up. So because the faceoff now is in the Manitoba end. Faceoff won by Alberta. Percy Moe. Over to Koulis. They'll be the 2-point men. Here's Koulis. Over to the boards, comes back to Koulis. Still can't shoot it. Steps in a little bit closer. Alberta being very patient in this power play. Now they get it to the front of the goal. Ball bounces around and is cleared. Darren Lodge comes up with a couple of big saves. Number 31, the goaltender from Manitoba. Darren, a veteran of ball hockey. We usually have a chat whenever we run across each other at these events. A quick chat with Darren this morning in the lobby of the hotel. Merkler out to take the face-off for Alberta. He's got Reed on his left. The ball wasn't dropped fairly, so they will redo that. Still having trouble getting this face-off now. Finally they do. Ball in the corner, controlled by Alberta. Gandy back at the point. Trying to get the ball to him. It didn't work. It was intercepted by Malishchuk. Had a chance to get it out. Didn't. Reed. Back to Donaghy. Shot comes right back to Donaghy. Donaghy will bring it in over the blue line. Donaghy allowed to walk right in. Fed it in front. Looking for the tip in front was Merkler. Couldn't get a stick on it. Gandy. Down in along the boards to Reed. Back to Donaghy. Can't shoot it. Back to Gandy. Goes in behind the goal. Merkler's on it. It's a two-man advantage for Alberta. First penalty is over. Reed. That's what that last stoppage was that I thought was just offside. They'd called a penalty on it, which gave Alberta the two-man advantage. Only 13 seconds left to go now in the 5-on-4. Lots of possession by Alberta, and only a couple of decent chances. A lot of passing it around the outside. 5-on-4, 13 seconds left to go in the penalty. Percy Moe, the left point, down in along the boards. Comes back at the right point. That shot off the end boards. Ball goes high in the air, batted out of the air, kept in. Moe, long shot, looking for the deflection. There was a rebound. It's cleared as the penalty expires. Face-off will stay in the Manitoba end. Good kill by the Manitoba Herd. Davison won the face-off, back to Donaghy. And along the boards to Mendez. He tried to get it to the front of the goal and went off a stick up and out of play down in the far corner. Again, Davison won the face-off. Donaghy shot blocked up high. Koulis back in his own end to pick it up. In through the middle, a shot over the top of the goal by Norm Lundberg. Thiessen played it up ahead. That was picked off. Marco Mendez will clear it in. Came off the end boards. Lodge has got it. To Lundberg. Or to Thiessen, rather. Thiessen's got it again down in the corner. Watched by Leonard. Gets it up to Smith. Gadney with his shot from just inside the center red line. Merkler. His shot. That went off of Lundberg. Manitoba can't get it out. Shot to an open wing, comes off the boards. Taken there by Lundberg. Watched by Leonard. Lundberg takes it back to the safety, the area behind his own goal. Quick pass up ahead. Trying to get away was Kevin Marchuk, but pass well out of his reach. He was there, but the pass was about 10 feet in front of him. So it'll be a flooring call. We're down to 14:56 left to go here in the opening period. Game number 2 of 6 that we'll have for you today from Huntington Hills. Moe. He was watched by Leiter. And Leiter gets a stick on it. The ball goes up into the ceiling. And yes, they will move it outside the blue line. As it went off number 18, Jeff Leiter of Manitoba. Now Leiter steps in to take the face-off. Won by Alberta, the Havoc team out of Edmonton. Forsyth having a little trouble, lost it. Moe with a shot that did not get through as it went off of Blake Forsyth. Ball went through the crease, picked up on the far side by Malischuk, and that'll go into the players' bench. Touched by somebody over there. Be a flooring call against Manitoba right from the face-off. So we'll come all the way back down to our left and redo that. Kulas had a little bit of trouble holding it in. Eventually got to it before it got out over center. Adam Soul into the middle. That's stopped by Alberta, sent back in. Duchamp cleared it down the floor. They're going to wave off the flooring. So coming out to play it is Carson Schreiber. Schreiber in goal for Alberta. Hasn't had much to do so far here in this first period. Most of the action's been down to our left in the Manitoba end. Darren Lodge has been quite busy. Davison to face off against Muswagon. Ball goes to the boards. Taken there by Walton. Gets it up as far as the blue line and passed through the middle to Marco Mendez. Mendez couldn't get it in over the blue line. He was stopped there, and Manitoba will dump it down deep. Really hustling hard to get to it was Muswagon, but it got over the goal line, and it was shot from the Manitoba side of center, so that'll be another flooring call. Let's take a look at those new Napper shoes. Napper, the official sponsor of these Canadian Ball Hockey Association Championships here in Calgary. Merkler couldn't get a stick on it to the side of the goal. He's got it now in the corner, trying to work it out in front. It goes in behind the Manitoba goal, over in the far side, kept in by Yarawan. Backhand out in front. Who's going to get to it? Moe holds it in. Long shot, knocked down in front of the goal, comes out towards the blue line. And Manitoba are away. Smith, Rob Smith, dropped it for Marchuk. Smith down in the corner has got it for Manitoba. Smith battling there with Leonard. Smith holds him off, turns, went off Leonard's foot, and Percy Moe jumps on it, brings it up the floor. The defenseman for Alberta will clear it in. Lodge out to play it. Stolen away down there. Davison got it to the front of the goal. Mendez got his stick on it. Mendez then lost it. Marchuk to center, shoots it in. Hard around the boards it goes. Getting to it first is DeVoe. DeVoe gets it back behind his goal. Alberta will bring it out the left side. Donaghy dumps it down into the corner. On it first is Shorting. To Jarvis. This is the captain. Malischuk gets it in. Shot. It may have been going wide as it went off the defenseman's stick. Blake Forsyth with the chance. Save made by Schreiber. Alberta getting in a line change. They'll change their forward line. Defensemen stay out there. Kept in by Manitoba, but along the boards a penalty has been called. Holding, signals the referee. Penalty to Manitoba. Some confusion as to who the penalty is being called against. Eventually, Malischuk makes his way to the penalty box. Another power play opportunity for Alberta. They had a 5-on-3 earlier, couldn't convert. Is Moe. Koulis winds up the big slapper, stopped by Lodge. Priestner back to Koulis. Priestner, he'll try his luck. Another save made by Lodge. Off the boards and getting to it first was Timchuk. Timchuk clears it down the floor and then hustles down to put a little bit of pressure on Moe. Now he'll retreat back to his blue line. Moe here in the near side, still not in. Finally, it's just cleared in. Lodge stepped out, couldn't stop it. Priestner. Donaghy, who's replaced Koulis at the right point. Priestner to the front of the goal. The ball goes up. It sits on the top of the net. And the whistle goes. 1 minute to go in the power play. 10:15 to go in the period. Still waiting for our first goal. Last touch by Manitoba, so the faceoff will stay in their end. Merkler wins the faceoff for Alberta. Back to Gandy. Donaghy. Oh, big glove save. Donaghy made the pass on the left side to Reed. Reed got a lot on that, and a great glove save made by Lodge. Reed again. Donaghy back to Reed. Player's gone down in front. That's Merkler. Penalty coming up to Manitoba. Lodge will hold on to it. 37 seconds to go in the first penalty. And it'll be another 5-on-3 power play for Alberta. Contact to the head being indicated by the referee. And that will not be the garden variety 2-minute penalty. Jeff Leiter gone to the penalty box. Four minutes up on the board for Leiter. So 5-on-3 for the next 37 seconds, barring any goals or penalties. Another great opportunity for Alberta. They had one of these earlier. As I said, couldn't convert on it. Moe took a shot, didn't get a lot on it and went wide. Moe. Miscue doesn't shoot it. Moe will shoot it. And again, Lodge gets over, makes a save. Manitoba couldn't get it out. 5 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. Miscue can't shoot it. First penalty's over. 5-on-4 now. Manitoba cleared to the boards. Kept in. And finally, golfing it down the floor is Stuart Thiessen. Still 3 minutes to go now in the 5-on-4. Moe will shoot it in. Lodge gets to it, and Lodge will cover it up. That'll get a face-off in the Manitoba end. Story so far in this first period has been the penalty killing by the Manitoba Herd. 2 5-on-3s for Alberta. Couldn't score. Still 2:55 left to go in the 4-minute penalty for head contact. So they still, oh, now it's going to be another penalty. That was inadvertent. Peter Cabral gets his stick up, and more penalty trouble for Manitoba. And that will also be 4 minutes. So now a 5-on-3 that's going to last for a long time. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left to go in that first penalty. At some point, you have to believe that Alberta will make good on these chances that they're getting. They win the faceoff. Gandy gets it down low, waiting for the return pass. He gets it, shoots it, blocked. Reed has it. Reed along the boards. Back to Gandy. From a sharp angle, it's not a great shot when you're 5-on-3. Down inside the faceoff dot, below that. Gandy down low, another one from a sharp angle. Lodge makes that save. Here's Gandy. So over 2 minutes to go in this 5-on-3. Gandy calling for it back at the point. Wants to shoot it, can't. And again from that same spot. Easy save by Lodge. To Gandy. Donaghy. Reed. Back to Donaghy. That pass to Gandy. He wanted the one-timer. The pass was in his feet. Down low they go again. Gandy goes off. Save made by Lodge. A minute and a half to go, and Manitoba get it and clear it down the floor. And Alberta changes up. They need to get some fresh legs. New power play unit out there. That last one didn't do a great job. Cormier down the corner, comes back. Koulis doesn't shoot it. Mo back to Koulis. Koulis shoots it this time off the glove of Lodge. Back to Koulis. Priestner. Mo, shot. Lodge read that all the way, took it high on the chest. Koulis with a shot, comes off the end boards. Scramble in front, whistle goes quickly as Lodge covers it up. Wow. What opportunities for Alberta, but you got to believe they need to make good on this. Still lots of time left in their power play. 48 seconds to go in the first penalty. A minute 58 to go in the second. And there's still over 6.5 to go in the period. So Alberta's going to try Darren Walton back at the point now, along with Percy Moe. They've had Gandy there and Koulis, Donaghy. And the ball comes right back to the aforementioned Darren Walton. Moe looks towards the goal, goes off a couple of sticks, swatted into the corner. Manitoba's got it, and they'll clear it again. Down the floor it goes, 30 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. Moe. They'll get it in over the blue line. Oh, and they're going to call a penalty right at the blue line for interference. That is going to go to Justin Reed. So it'll be 4-on-3 for the next 19 seconds. And then we'll go to 4-on-4 if Manitoba can kill off this final 19 seconds. And what a boost it will be for the Manitoba herd if they can get out of this. Just a dozen seconds to go in the power play now for Alberta. Koulis. Shot, save, scores! Just as the penalty had expired, the shot came in from the right side, and the rebound was there. This was right at the end of the penalty. There's the shot, and waiting on the door, knocking it home. And as I turned and looked at the clock, the penalty had expired. Don't know if that was power play goal or a even strength 4-on-4. Let's see. We're still going to go 4-on-4. Now one penalty each still up on the board. 1-0 in favor of Alberta. Now we're going to get a penalty for closing the hand on the ball. Interesting couple of minutes. they're discussing it. Won't be a penalty, just the players are pointing at the clock and talking to the referee for an explanation. It looked like he was going over and signaling a penalty, but the officials got together and I think they're saying he dropped it quickly enough that they're going to take that off the board. Or are they? They are. We're going to stay 4-on-4. Lundberg down into the corner. He gets cut off at the blue line. Lundberg tips it towards the goal. Moe back to get it. It'll get out over center. Duchan to Marchuk. Marchuk is all alone. And Moe has it down in the corner. Up at center. Miscue. He mishandled it. Smith. Smith had Duchan alone in front. The whistle goes. Too many men. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Somebody hopped off the floor just as the whistle went. Too many men against Manitoba. And the official providing an explanation at center to Stuart Thiessen of Manitoba. Thiessen's not going to win the argument. Manitoba were about to go on a brief power play in 2 seconds time. 2 seconds left on their initial penalty, 34 seconds left in that first penalty. Well, the penalty that's at least still up on the board against Alberta. Instead, in 2 seconds, we'll go to 4-on-4 again. And then if nothing happens in 34 seconds, Alberta will go back on the power play. Right now it's 4-on-3 for Alberta. Now the first penalty to Manitoba's over, so we're 4-on-4. Donaghy. DeVoe had it knocked off his stick and the ball goes out of play. Faceoff will stay in the Manitoba end. So again, 4-on-4 right now. 22 seconds left to go in the penalty to Alberta. And then it would be a power play for Manitoba. Leaner, Donaghy. Back to Leaner. That's high over the top of the goal and over the glass and into the mesh. And that's going to come outside. Eight seconds left to go in the Manitoba penalty. As we continue 4-on-4 briefly. Oop. Referee wants the two players nearest the boards to back up. Referee pushes them back. As soon as he turns his back, they both take a couple steps forward again, right back where they were when they started. Donaghy. Power play now for Manitoba, 5-on-4, but they've got to get the balls that goes down deep in their own end. Ball went out of play, touched the mesh down in that far corner, reason for the whistle. Minute 18 left to go in the penalty to Manitoba. So Alberta back on the power play. Spent much of this first period on the power play, just got the one goal. It came just as one of those penalties had expired. Back to Koulis. Priestner with a shot, blocked, didn't get through. On it is Moe. Koulis. Big slap shot. That'll go out of play as it went off the foot of Sean Arnall. Kept in by Koulis. It'll come back to Koulis at the point, over to Moe. Moe with a quick shot. Lodge has that. Alberta will make a full change, as will Manitoba. Walton. Gandy. Back to Gandy. Doesn't shoot it. Shot comes in, off leg, out of play. Face-off will stay right there, the far corner. Back to Walton. Reed with a shot. That one off of Lodge, up into the mesh. Face-off won by Manitoba. Lugging it out is Rob Smith. We're here on the near side to Lundberg. Penalties over. We are finally back to 5-on-5. It's been a while. Ball was played with a high stick. Prior to this year, playing the ball with a high stick under CBHA rules would have been a 2-minute minor penalty. Now they've changed the rule to be in line with international ball hockey rule, and also more what you may be used to seeing in ice hockey. If it's knocked down with a high stick, if the offending team touches the ball first, it's blown down. The faceoff will go back in their end, but there's no penalty. If the non-offending team touches the ball first, it's play on. First time we've seen it. Didn't see it at all last night in the 3 games we did. DeVoe with a shot, Lodge with another save. Darren Lodge has been busy and he's been good. Marchuk gets it in over the blue line, hangs on to it. Marchuk down into the corner. On it first was Yariwan. Nice play by Marchuk to break that up right at the blue line. Allow Manitoba to maintain possession in the offensive zone. Smith will clear it in. Yariwan down in the corner. Reverses it back behind his goal quickly. And that'll give room for Percy Moe to bring it out. Doesn't get it in deep. Under 2 minutes to play. Penalty. Again, too many players on the floor, this time going to Alberta. Come back for the Manitoba power play in just a moment. Minute 38 to go in the period, trailing 1-0. 1-0. Manitoba about to go on the power play. Manitoba had a chance. I'm going to say they had a chance to hold it in, but then they stop it inside center, so they do keep it in. Lundberg faked the shot. Played it over to Smith. That's Marchuk, rather 44, not 14. And down in the corner, back to Marchuk. Shot in front, trying to provide the screen was Forsyth. Ball hit him. Smith. Now it's Chuck. Back to Smith. He'll shoot it. It got through. Save was made by Schreiber. Haven't mentioned his name a whole lot with his team on the power play for much of this first period. Both teams getting in a change as the ball goes down the floor with 35 seconds to go in the period. Walton off the boards and gets it out down the floor. Not a lot of time left now, dozen seconds. One last rush maybe. They get it in. 5 seconds, need to shoot it. You hear the bench yelling, shoot, shoot, shoot. And there's the shot, time runs out. Interesting first period. Alberta spending most of it on the power play, only able to get that one goal. I don't think that'll go down as a power play goal. I think the penalty had just expired. A second, maybe half a second before that. 20 minutes in the books. Alberta leading Manitoba by a score of 1-0. We will be back momentarily. So once again, a brief intermission between periods, and we're underway again. We're just about to get underway. 1-0. Alberta leading Manitoba. Brief power play for Manitoba to start this second period. Only 13 seconds left to go in the man advantage. They gained the zone, but then misfire on the pass back to the point, and that'll pretty much kill off the rest of this penalty. Lundberg trying to burst through. 5-on-5 again. Let's see how long that lasts this time. Forsyth back at the point. Thiessen's shot went over the top of the goal. Rebound taken by Alberta. I'm not quite sure why. Ginther cleared that down the floor. I don't know if he realized the penalty had expired. So the face-off back in the Alberta zone. Going to wave the Alberta player out. There's Jason Cormier. And again, from the face-off this time, another whistle as the ball goes into the Alberta bench. A slow start to the second period, just 51 seconds in. Face-off won by Manitoba. Soul trying to turn and get a shot away. It goes in behind the goal and up along the boards. Busame got to it. That pass goes past everybody. Lodge comes out to play it. Over to Figueiredo. Manitoba getting some players into the game we haven't seen much of in the first period. Soul to Timchuk. Timchuk in over the blue line. Cormier on it first for Alberta. Priestner. He'll backhand it down deep and head to the bench. Figueiredo. Had it taken away. Reed. Down into the corner. Ginther on it first for Alberta. Leaves it there. Comes to the front of the goal. Lodge has it. Lodge will cover it up. Another whistle as the shot from the left point went off a stick and up and out of play. Face off to the right of Darren Lodge in goal for Manitoba. Gandy able to keep it in. Ball is bouncing around. Taken there by Thiessen. Thiessen leaves it back behind his goal to Duchamp. Off the stick of Gandy. On it quickly to Zikowicz. Pass across. Shot. That hit the outside of the goal as Bobby Muswagon rather came racing in to Zikowicz. Muswagon played it into the corner. Shot attempt by Sean Arnau. Off a stick again, up and out of play. Only played 2 minutes, 50 seconds here in this second period. It's been slow moving. Face-off won by Alberta. Moe will take it back behind his goal. Moe along the boards. DeVoe holds it in. Working hard there against Malischuk. Yariwan up along the boards. Hustling over to keep it onside was Shorting. He lost it. Here's a chance. Backhand scores! Marco Mendez got the turnover. Shorting was trying to hold it in. This is the celebration at the end. Mendez gets congratulations. He missed the goal, but two to nothing. As Mendez stole the ball at center, went in all alone, and went to the backhand, went 5-hole on Lodge. Moe dumps it in. It'll come to Lodge, and he elects to leave it there for Figueiredo. Up to Forsyth. He's got a little room to roam. He elects to pass it off to the right side that missed later. Moe off the boards. He was trying to get it to Leaner. And down to our left, referee indicating holding. Players from both teams went down. Nobody got into the penalty box yet. It's going to be Percy Moe of Alberta. So a power play for Manitoba, trailing by 2. Mishandled back at the blue line by Duchamp. Back at the red line, which is effectively the blue line, the floating blue line. Slash indicates the referee. It will go against Manitoba, so a short-lived power play. Just 16 seconds after the penalty to Percy Moe of Alberta. Blake Forsyth picks up a slashing penalty. That happened in right around the blue line area as Manitoba were trying to regain the offensive zone. So slashing penalty, 4 minutes up on the board against Forsyth of Manitoba. Redo that face-off. Right now, 4-on-4. We have not seen a whole lot of 5-on-5 ball hockey in this game. It's out, and Koulas back inside his own blue line to pick it up. Bring it in, Smith threw it to the front of the goal. Lots of room here. Malischuk scores! Even strength goal. Manitoba right back in it. Actually, it was Rob Smith, 14. Not 17. Let's take a look at it here. Ball comes off the boards. From the circle, his shot beats the goaltender. And it's 2-1 as play resumes. And again, as that's an even strength goal, will stay 4-on-4. 44 seconds left to go in the penalty to Alberta. Then they'll go back on the power play again. Ginther leaves it. Brought in Mendez, that's onside. Mendez shoots over the top of the goal. Karam's all the way back towards the point. Kulas holds it in, looking for Yeriman. Ball got past him, and Manitoba cleared it down the floor. That was even strength. And I think Desjardins, who cleared it, thought they were shorthanded. Second time we've seen that, once from each team. Tough to keep it all straight. Been so many penalties. Right now, 11 seconds left to go in the penalty to Alberta. Then they'll go on the power play. 2:27 left to go in the slashing penalty to Manitoba. Kulas fakes the shot. Priestner back to Kulas, down along the boards. Reed. So now it's a penalty for Alberta. As their penalty or power play for Alberta as their penalty has expired. It's tough to keep it all straight. A lot happening. Pass, ball ended up in the crease, cleared to the boards. Priestner knocks it down smartly. Back to Reed. 5-on-4. One-timer scores! Percy Moe gets on the board. And this one is a power play goal. Pass from Reed. Moe, top of the circle. His slap shot beats Lodge. And Alberta restore their 2-goal lead. Back comes Manitoba. Marchuk barging in. He's knocked down. There's no penalty. Play is stopped as Marchuk is down on the floor and shaken up. Oh, he started to get up and went back down again. So they're going to take their time. Kevin Marchuk. Yeah, I was about to say, looks like he's okay. He started to get back up and got partway to his feet and went back down to the floor. This time he is up and is making his way back to the bench. Let's see where they're going to bring the face off. Looks like it's going to be just outside the blue line. Indeed, that is what it's going to be. 5-on-5. 13-18 left to go. All right, to that lengthy discussion about why the whistle was blown for the faceoff. We're underway again. Thiessen bringing it in. Ball goes into the corner. On it there is Malaschuk. Thiessen. Malaschuk. Shot. And Schreiber had a quick peek over his left shoulder, but he's got it. Holds on. Again, the Alberta player waved out. Lundberg with a shot that hit Merkler in the ankle. He's trying to shake that one off back towards the blue line. It's tipped out. Hustling back into his own end to get it is Duchamp. Spins away from the forechecker and heads up the floor. Duchamp with a nice little rush here. Up at the blue line. Gets it to Soul. Soul had it knocked off his stick. Soul's got it again. Left it in front. Ball rattling around in the high slot. Taken by Alberta. Cormier. Onside. Backhand goes wide. That was Moe in deep. Ball comes out. Yarawan back to get it for Alberta. Yarawan back inside his own blue line. Long pass up at the blue line, then backhanded in by Priestner. Desjardins moved it to center. Chipped in. Donaghy and Lundberg race into the corner. Referee's got his arm in the air. Both referees have their arms in the air. Penalty coming up to Manitoba. I was about to say we were having one of the longest periods of 5-on-5. I didn't say it. Didn't help matters. So I don't want to jinx it. Didn't matter. We're going to go back to 5-on-4. Penalty to Manitoba. Tripping. Marchuk. Koulis. Got it down to Ellsworth, back to Koulis. To Moe, to Koulis, to Ellsworth. That was blocked by Peter Cabral. Cabral has it. Tried to get it out. That was knocked down by Ginther. Maybe tried to do a little too much with that instead of just clearing it down the floor. Tried to make a pass. It got picked off. Koulis. Ellsworth back to Koulis. Ellsworth. Cross floor. Back to Koulis. Ellsworth winds up. Again blocked by Cabral. Moe, Koulis, Ellsworth. He'll shoot it from well out. Blocker save. Ball is still there. Backhanded towards the goal by Reed as he knocked it out of the air. And Lodge stayed with it. Hangs on to it. Another face-off win for Alberta. Priestner has it. Leaner back to Priestner. Leaner to Priestner again. He'll shoot it this time. Right on goal. May have hit the right goal post. Lodge may have gotten a piece of it as well. Leaner will shoot it. Another block shot. That time by Figueiredo. Again, they block another one. You see a lot of block shots in ball hockey. Cormier back to Priestner. Cormier. Penalties now over. Manitoba's killed off another one. They've done a good job killing off penalties. They trail at 3-1, but could have been a lot worse. All those 5-on-3s in that first period. Thiessen leaves it for Forsyth. Back to Thiessen. Up the middle, he was looking for Leiter, but that'll be offside at the blue line. Going to bring it all the way back. As the pass was from inside the Manitoba blue line. Alberta wins yet another face-off. They get possession. Try to get it back to the point. Forsyth to Malischuk. And there's going to be a penalty to Alberta. The player was tripped up heading towards the front of the goal. Lodge heading to the player's bench for the extra attacker. Under 8 minutes to play. Delayed penalty coming up to Alberta. Manitoba trying to get it in. Over the blue line they do. It's a chance. Breakaway. Shoots. Oh, what a save! Desjardins was sent in all alone as the players lined up at the blue line. He snuck between the two defenders, got in all alone on Schreiber, and Schreiber got that right pad down and made a brilliant save on the best scoring chance Manitoba's had in quite some time. Schreiber has not been busy, but that was a brilliant save. Boy, Manitoba had a chance right there to be right back in this one. They trailed by 2. That would have made it interesting. Killing the penalty, Alberta sends it down the floor. So it is a power play for Manitoba. Still time. They gain the zone. Duchamp, he'll shoot it. That went wide, came off the end boards. Manitoba has it. Net was knocked off. Minute 34 to go in the Manitoba power play. That touches the rafters here at the Huntington Hills. So we're going to bring the faceoff back into the Alberta end. Manitoba come up with it. They'll set up now with the man advantage. Back to Duchan. Marchuk with a shot. Off a leg and out of play. He's got the only Manitoba goal, scored from right around that spot. Cleared down the floor by the Alberta Havoc. Just under a minute to go in the power play. Duchan able to just walk right in with it. Marchuk. Duchan. Smith. Duchan. Down low, Forsyth, Smith. As they throw it around, nothing towards goal. Smith, he'll shoot it. That made its way through, and another save made by Schreiber. Smith can't hold it in. He's got to go all the way back to his own blue line to get it. Just 10 seconds to go in the power play. And that'll do it. Shot wide of the goal, came off the end boards, hit the back of the goal, goes into the corner. Manitoba on it. That shot blocked by Leaner. Manitoba stay on it. Thiessen down into the corner. Trying to work his way out in front of Soul. Schreiber's got it and holds on. 5:16 to go. Come back live. Alberta leading it 3-1 over Manitoba. 5-on-5 right now. Good hustle that time by Cabral to hold it in. Now it's knocked out. Manitoba back in over the blue line. All alone in front. Here's a chance shot save made by Schreiber as Duchamp was left all alone over the right side. Great scoring chance. Manitoba's had their chances here in this second period. Much busier period for Carson Schreiber. He wasn't too busy in that first. His team was on the power play through most of the first 20 minutes, but he's had to come up with some big saves here in the second. Shot did not get through to Schreiber. Alberta bring it out. Yarriman turned it over at center. Back comes Muswagon. Muswagon with it along the boards. Dumps it down low to Arnall. Out in front, there's a chance, another save by Schreiber. Ball is still loose, you can see it there. Pile up in the crease. I think there's going to be a penalty to Manitoba. As Schreiber was knocked over. Both referees quickly with their arms in the air. Can't blame Manitoba there. In some ways, that ball was loose. We could see it from here. Desperate to get a goal, but I think he made contact with the goaltender. It's going to be Jeff Zikowicz. gone to the penalty box. 4:14 left to go. Another power play now for Alberta. So a power play goal here would certainly salt it away for Alberta. Manitoba has been much better in the second than they were in the first. Of course, I say in the first they spent most of the period shorthanded. A couple of very lengthy 5-on-3s. Ellsworth down into the corner, comes back to Donaghy, to Ellsworth, back to Donaghy. Donaghy has it again. Back to Ellsworth, one-timer, wide of the mark. Thiessen has it. Thiessen up into the mesh. Face-off will stay in the Manitoba end. We're down to 3:32 to go. 1:19 to go in the Alberta power play. We are really just getting started this week. This is our 5th game of 31. We'll be bringing to you via webcast, wherever you prefer it. Long way to go. We're going to finish up Saturday with the medal games. And lots of ball hockey to be played between now and then. And the men's A, the women's, and the Masters. Good to be back after a couple of years of no ball hockey. It's been 2 years since we last played some national championships. The last national championship was back in 2019. That'll be offside. Alberta can't touch it. That'll allow Manitoba some time to kill this penalty. Thiessen right down the floor, right on goal. Schreiber had to make the save. 15 seconds to go in the Alberta power play. Figueiredo knocked that down. It's still onside. Backhand towards the goal. Schreiber had to make the save as Manitoba making a bid shorthanded to close the gap. Just 4 seconds to go in their penalty right now. 2:17 to go here in the second. Second and final period, bearing overtime. Wraparound attempt. Again, Schreiber has to come up with the save. Manitoba not going away easily in this one. They continue to push. Penalty has expired. So we're back to 5-on-5. Leiter will take the faceoff for Manitoba. He wins it back at the point. Malischuk into the corner. Close quarters down in that corner right now. Nobody can get clear handle on the ball. Now Manitoba does. Back at the point. Mishandle there by John Jarvis, and it goes out of play. But it will stay in the Alberta end. Taking a look down to our right to see if they're thinking about taking Darren Lodge out of the goal. Down by 2. No indication right now. They're going to talk about it. Timeout called by Manitoba. As they take a timeout, so will we. You see both teams over their respective benches. Manitoba to your right and Alberta to the left. Referee's whistle is gone. Timeout is over, but the players are still at their benches. The official now going over and telling them, let's get going. Your timeout has expired. Lodge is going back into the goal. See if he's going to go all the way back, or no, he's going to play it about halfway between the goal and the blue line. Suspected Manitoba wins the faceoff. He'll race to the bench. Instead, Alberta get it. Now clear it down the floor. That'll be a flooring call. 1:37 to go. Not a lot of time left, down by 2. It looks like it's going to be the same strategy. Leave Lodge about halfway. See who wins the faceoff. Well, they've changed their minds. Lodge gone to the bench. 6-on-5. Duchamp takes it back towards center. Tried to throw it in front. That's picked off. It'll be sent down, but that will be another flooring call against Alberta. "12 seconds came off the clock. Lundberg will try to win this one for Manitoba. Alberta gets to it but can't control it. Kept in by Manitoba. Thiessen. To Malishchuk, back to Thiessen. Not a lot of time. Thiessen over the other side. Thiessen gets it back, puts it towards the goal, looking for a deflection. It's loose in front. Scramble. Mad scramble in the goal, and diving back to his right to cover it up is Carson Schreiber. And then we get a little bit of extracurriculars. Officials quickly in to break that up. Another great chance for Manitoba as we creep towards the final in this one. A few seconds at a time. Under a minute to play, 57.6 up on the clock, as you can see there. Face-off win for Manitoba. Thiessen got to it. Malishchuk down in the corner. Back at the point. Thiessen. Duchamp. He'll go the other side. Marchuk, he's got room. Shoots. Big save. Covered. Schreiber has been very busy here in this second period. And it comes up with another big save as Marchuk was left all alone over on that right side. He got a lot on that one. You can hear the balls that hit the pads of Carson Schreiber. This time, Alberta wins it. To the boards it goes. Got 30 seconds left. Alberta bring it out. Get as far as center, no further, and a penalty has been called. Interference. To go against the herd from Manitoba. These last 2 minutes are taking forever to play. Manitoba with it. They'll send it down the floor. 15 seconds. Alberta saying, just hold it, let the clock run out. 9 seconds to go. Back it goes, and that will finally do it. There's the buzzer. Final score, Alberta defeating Manitoba by a score of 3-1. Folks, we'll be back at 4:30. We've got a game between the Montreal Machine and the Calgary Mustangs. We invite you to come back and join us then.